Today I will attempt to explain the nature of the universe. And I know what you're thinking. How is this college freshman going to explain me the nature of the universe? And to be quite honest, I'm not probably the best person here, but I'm going to try to explain what I know from what Hinduism has taught me, the nature of the universe. And Hinduism. So let's first write this down. Nature of the universe. And if we had to start somewhere, okay, we have to start somewhere to explain this. It's a very obviously to describe the nature of the universe is going to be a very long and very tedious task. But if we had to start somewhere, we could start with we have the universe. And if we had to divide this universe up into two, okay, we have to start somewhere. So the way Hindus see it is that the universe is made up of two aspects. If we had to start with these two aspects, and this first aspect is our reality or the world that we live in, okay, our world that us humans live in, and then you could say the sort of outer reality. I guess that'd be a way to describe it. The outer reality, or more specifically, what Hindus tend to use is the one ultimate reality. Okay, and this one ultimate reality. This one ultimate reality is described as, or let's put a little equal sign here. These two things is what the term that we use in Hinduism is called Brahman. Okay? Brahman with an N at the end of it. And I know this can be a little confusing actually, because you'll hear a lot in Hindus that there's Brahman and then there's Brahma and then there's Brahmin, and all these terms mean different things, but they all sound similar. And I just want to clarify right now that Brahman with an N at the end is the one ultimate reality, or this outer reality, and Brahma without the N, just Brahma right here, is one of the gods, and Brahmin is a caste, one of the 5 castes. And I'll go more into detail on this in the videos, but just to quickly clarify, I know this always used to confuse me as a child, but that Brahman with the N is the one outer ultimate reality. Anyways, so what can we say about this outer reality? What do we know about it? Well, actually in Hinduism, it's something that it's an ultimate reality that we really cannot fully understand. Is what we say in Hinduism. But if we had to describe it into 3 characteristics, okay? Let's say we have Brahman. How do you describe to someone what Brahman is with 3 characteristics? You would say these 3 characteristics. That Brahman embodies the characteristics that it is infinite. 2, second, that it is undivided. And 3, that it is unchanging. Okay, that it is unchanging. These are the 3 characteristics of Brahman. And so if these are the 3 characteristics of Brahman, what are the characteristics of the world that we live in? So the world, our world, let's underline this right here. Our world has 3 characteristics as well, and it's the opposite. So the opposite of infinite would be that it is finite. Okay, and this makes sense. We see this finite sort of existence that we see. It's like a cycle of life that we are born, and then then we die, and then it's not an infinite. It's not an infinite anything that we see. Plants, humans, any sort of nature or any sort of life form there's a finite existence to it. Okay, and the second one, that the world is divided. Okay, the opposite of undivided would be divided. That we see a division in almost a lot of aspects, in race, in male versus female, in many aspects of life we see this. And the last one would be that it is changing, that it is constantly changing. So this is the biggie right here. That there's this infinite, undivided, and unchanging aspect of Brahman, and in the world we see that it is finite, it is divided, and that it is constantly changing. And so this is kind of like, this is sort of the foundation. And what Hindus believe is that the world that we live in, okay, let's change colors here. The world that we live in, so the world, wow, this is a little messy here, but okay. The world, excuse my handwriting. I don't have the best handwriting, but anyways, the world is a misperception, and this is a big term right here, is a misperception. This is our belief that the world is a misperception, or a misperception of of that one of that one of that one reality, which we described earlier, is Brahman. Okay, the world is a misperception, or you can say it's an illusion. And this is a very similar concept to Buddhism, actually. That the world, I know in Buddhism, it's that the world is all an illusion, or it's all an illusion, anyways, is what my Buddhist teacher used to say. And I know this actually reminds me of Shakespeare when he would say, "All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players." Kind of seems like we're on a stage, and we're all just players of God's having a little play up there, and we're all a stage. But these are all little different interpretations you can take from it. Again, in Hinduism, nothing. We all have different interpretations, so there are going to be many Hindus who disagree with this. But this is just one take on it, that the world is a misperception of that reality. And an analogy that I like to use to sort of remember this, because this can still be a little confusing concept, is that we can say that the world is just a dream. So analogy, like, we can think of it as that we have Brahman here. There's this, you can think of this sort of, here's Brahman, sort of this force Brahman, and Brahman is dreaming. Okay, he's having a little dream. And what is he dreaming? He's dreaming of our world. And this is the way to think of it, that the one reality, the true ultimate reality, is Brahman, and the world we're kind of a dream. We're a dream of Brahman. Okay, we're a dream. This is just one take on it, and this is his dream, and we are the world, and we are his dream. But the real one ultimate reality, which is undivided, unchanging, and infinite, is Brahman. So hopefully I clarified how Hindus see the nature of Brahman, what Brahman really is, and in my next video I'll talk about how we can divide this chart even further. That we have the universe, and we have the world, and we have Brahman. And how do we go even further? How do we describe Brahman even further? And the way we do this in Hinduism is through gods. Gods are the main ones on how we sort of attempt to explain Brahman. There's also other aspects such as mantras. Mantras are sounds, like Om is the most popular one most people have heard of. There's Satanama, that's another mantra that people use. There's also yantras, which are sort of like geometric designs, but they're very spiritual in nature. And these are just a few aspects that I will try to cover in the next video, so we can go even further to explain the nature of the universe.